Imagine a coffee shop with a line of 50 hungry customers, but the only barista behind the counter suddenly stops serving drinks to manually count 10,000 coffee beans. That exact nightmare scenario happens inside your Node.js server every single time you stringify a giant payload on the main thread. Imagine you're running a coffee shop. But there's a catch, you only have one single barista working behind the counter. Normally, this barista is insanely fast. A customer orders a cold brew, the barista pours it, hands it over, and immediately serves the next person in line. If someone orders a hot panini, the barista puts it in the oven, and while it bakes, keeps serving other customers. Nobody waits long, and the line moves smoothly. This single barista is Node.js, and the way they handle orders while the oven bakes is called non-blocking I/O. Stopwatch hash the problem, counting coffee beans. A customer walks up to the counter carrying a gigantic, heavy sack labeled 10 million coffee beans. The barista stops everything and begins counting them one by one with a magnifying glass. Now imagine a customer walks up and says, "I want you to open this 50-pound bag of coffee beans, count every single bin one by one, and write down its exact weight on a piece of paper." What happens to the line of 50 customers waiting behind them? They stand there, waiting, getting angry. The entire shop grinds to a halt because the barista cannot do two things at once. This nightmare task is json.stringify. Stopwatch hash what json.stringify actually does. Screen switches to a code editor showing a giant JavaScript object with thousands of lines. Show an arrow converting it into a continuous text string. In JavaScript, json.stringify takes a complex data object and converts it into a plain text string so it can be sent over the internet. When your data is small, like a user profile with a name and email, it's like counting 3 coffee beans. It takes less than a millisecond, and nobody notices. But when your server tries to stringify a huge dataset, like a 20 megabyte report or thousands of database rows, Node.js has to inspect every single property, check its data type, format strings, and build a massive text file in memory. Because this is a pure CPU task, Node.js cannot delegate it to anyone else. Your single thread freezes. Incoming HTTP requests queue up, health checks fail, and your server appears completely dead to the outside world. Stopwatch hash how to fix it. The senior solutions. So, how do we fix our coffee shop? Here are 2 simple ways developers solve this. Solution 1. Stream the data, count in small chunks. Instead of forcing the barista to count the entire bag at once, you break the bag into tiny cups. The barista counts 10 beans, hands a cup to the customer, serves 2 other people in line, and then counts 10 more beans. In Node.js, we call this streaming, using libraries like json.string. It sends small chunks of data down the pipe, giving the event loop time to breathe and answer other users. Solution 2. Hire a second barista, worker threads. Send the bag of coffee beans to a second worker in the back room. Node.js has a built-in module called worker_threads. You offload the heavy JSON conversion to a background thread. Your main barista stays at the front counter serving customers, while the background worker does the heavy lifting. Stopwatch hash summary. To wrap it up, Node.js is great at waiting for I/O, but it struggles with heavy CPU tasks on the main thread. json.stringify on large objects is a blocking CPU task. For big datasets, stream the response or offload it to a worker thread. Keep your barista free, and your server will stay fast. If this coffee shop analogy made things click for you, hit the like button and subscribe for more bite-sized tech breakdowns. What topic should we simplify next? Let me know in the comments below.